country people, but we care. We all care. This is home. This has been home for people for years. And I mean, we want answers.
So what's happening here isn't normal, and you'd think there'd be people rushing to help them. But instead, the mayor of the town is being forced to beg.
I need help. I'm not ready for this. I wasn't built for this. I have the village on my back, and I'll do whatever it takes to make this right. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. This is my town. I'm not going to sell my house. I'm not going to move my kids out of the school. I'm here to stay. If they're going to make it right, and that's it. They screwed up our town, they're going to fix it. If they don't, I'll be the first one calling all you back to do this all over again.
Good for him. These people got screwed over. And now the rail company responsible for all this, Norfolk Southern, is hiding from them. Like cowards. Last night, they were a no-show at the local town hall. They skipped out on the only chance these people had at getting some real answers. Why? Well, Norfolk Southern says they were scared.
Norfolk Southern was a no-show. What is the message to the community on that? And what's your reaction?
Well, I'm hoping this isn't what it's going to be like in the future. I hope Alan Shaw has made a commitment to me that he's going to stay in our community, and I'm going to hold him to it. If he doesn't, then I'm going to have to use it to bully pulpit and get results.
What was the last communication with them when they said
I just talked to him this afternoon, so.
And he just said we're not showing up?
He said that they didn't feel safe coming here, and that's what they felt.
So, how about the people of East Palestine? Aren't they scared? Do they feel safe? Isn't it scary to wake up one morning and see your kids getting rashes? You don't think these people are wondering why they keep getting hit with migraines? The slimy rail company and their CEO, Alan Shaw, are just worried about themselves. They're not worried about giving answers to a town they just nuked. They never even cared about the little guy in the first place. Just 2 days before the crash, the same derailed train broke down. Did that keep Shaw from sending his train out with barrels of chemicals, knowing the train was also going to be riding on rickety brakes? No. Shaw gave the green light for the train to keep riding on. Now, after he set fire to 500 tons of spilled chemicals, he won't answer any hard questions. The only time Norfolk Southern shows their faces in the town is to goose residents into signing legal waivers. They waved the paycheck for $1,000 in their face, told them, "You're welcome. Oh, and by the way, you're on your own now." And $1,000 is chump change. We give illegal aliens $1,000 a day in New York. And believe it or not, Norfolk Southern did the same thing back in 2005, when another one of their trains crashed and spilled chemicals all over a small town in South Carolina. Norfolk Southern showed up with the same waivers, and unfortunately, some of the residents were fooled into signing them. And years later, when they got sick, Norfolk Southern wouldn't take their calls. These guys have a history of screwing over the little guy. They get away with it because they line the pockets of every politician in Washington. Now the CEO, Alan Shaw, hangs out with Mayor Pete. Look at him. No wonder Pete's not getting anywhere near Palestine. No wonder Pete's downplaying this train wreck.
Look, Rail City is something that has evolved a lot over the years, but there's clearly more that needs to be done because while this horrible situation has gotten a particularly high amount of attention, there are roughly 1,000 cases a year of a train derailing.
Guys, trains fly off the rails all the time. I'm just the Secretary of Transportation. What do you want me to do about it? So Pete's doing PR for Norfolk Southern and his rail tycoon buddy, Alan Shaw. But the residents of East Palestine are too smart to buy into what they're saying.
How has Norfolk Southern handled their disaster?
I think absolutely terrible. I was told to evacuate my home. They told me they were going to do an air quality test. Never got a call back. 3 times, 3 different agents from that number said they were coming to do an air quality test.
I don't think Norfolk is owning up to what happened.
Probably about 10 minutes after the evacuation was lifted, the first train went through. And so it was just kind of a slap in the face. We felt that All they're worried about is getting the trains running.
I think they handled it really piss poor, really. I mean, I feel like they're just trying to hush hush people now with all that $1,000 inconvenience.
They better start getting the tablet out because they're gonna be responsible for a lot. I hope that they are held to be responsible for a tremendous amount. We don't know what's gonna be down the road.
And so these people are fed up, as they should be. Not showing up is bad, but showing up just to lie to these people's faces is even worse. And that's exactly what the Ohio EPA did last night. They showed up to the town hall just to lie to everybody. Luckily, Primetime caught them in the act.
Would you drink the water here?
Yes,
You would.
I'm
Why?
drinking it right now because it's been tested and we have all the results back today. We've tested it for all the potential
Do
contaminants.
you guys personally did testing?
We work with a contractor, but the county health department personally did testing as well.
Then why are the fish dying in the creeks?
We're talking about the drinking water. The drinking water is groundwater from a system about a mile away.
So you're not concerned about the creek water possibly leaking into the groundwater? There's no cross
We are
contamination issue?
evaluating we're getting more data on the streams. We are testing.
If like a child were to go and play in the creek, do you think that that would be a harmful issue for them?
Until we have more information on what is in the streams, I wouldn't recommend people play in the creek.
So the water's safe to drink, but it's not safe to swim in. How safe is this water anyway?
Well, let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're able to see this on camera, but watch this. Just see that chemical pop out of the creek. This is disgusting.
So that's not leaking into the soil? That's not getting into well water? The EPA isn't even testing. The EPA hasn't done a single test. The EPA is letting Norfolk Southern hire an in-house contractor, Ringer, to do all their testing. The same company who said the Gulf of Mexico was totally clean after BP dumped oil into it. Same company said the water was fine after Katrina triggered an oil spill in 2005. Same company said when a city in Tennessee was covered in toxic coal ash in 2008, go outside and inhale the fresh air. And now they're telling the people of East Palestine to drink the water. You'll like it, especially if you like the taste of vinyl chloride. How is anyone in this town supposed to trust these people when they keep being lied to, when people don't show up to take their questions, when the President of the United States tells a small town engulfed in a chemical smoke that they don't qualify for FEMA aid? That's what Biden said. East Palestine is being treated like they don't matter. So when is that going to stop? Let's bring in East Palestine residents Lenny Flavin and Mike McKim. All right, Mike, we heard and saw the Secretary of Transportation say this stuff happens all the time, and now he's in a picture right next to Alan Shaw, the big rail tycoon. How's that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel infuriated. The only way I'm going to feel good about anything that's going on here is when they come down off of their pedestals, come to East Palestine, drink the water, bring their kids, make baby formula, and take their kids, play basketball in where I'm at. Right here, I'm at ground zero practically right now. I don't feel safe. I haven't seen any ground testing as far as my kids can go play basketball outside. My kids can ride their bicycles, play in puddles. I haven't seen any of it. I want to see that, and until I see that, I don't believe any of it.
Lenny, have you seen this video of J.D. Vance, the senator, stir up the bottom of that creek and watch all those chemicals rise to the surface?
Yes, Jesse, I have. That's the same creek that, I can access from my house, right on that side of town. I can walk from my house, through the park, through the walking trail. That trail actually goes down. Along that trail, my 3 kids, my dog, my wife, we've walked it many times, and if you keep going to the end of it, it's my parents right at the bottom of that hill. So to see him there today, digging up those chemicals was rather surreal, but it's not surreal, it's real.
Mike, the EPA doesn't even test. They're relying on the company that spilled and then burnt all this stuff all over your town to do the testing. Do you trust that?
You know, I want to trust it. I want to believe that everything's good here. But until I want to see the railroad tycoons come down here. They created this mess. They created the problem. You have to be liable for the problem that you created. Get down here, apologize to everybody. That would be a good start. It really would be. But I don't think they have the balls to do it.
No, they don't even have the balls to show up to the town hall. Lenny, are you hearing stories about them making people sign waivers and handing out $1,000 checks?
Yes, I mean, I've heard the stories. You know, I have not took any of their money. You know, right now in my life, I don't want any of their money. You know, they haven't proven me worthy to take a dime from them. You know, I feel for the people in my community. I know people that are hurting, you know, really bad. You know, they're in a way worse situation than I am personally. And that's why I'm here. You know, these people are struggling tonight to barely sleep, barely eat. You know, their kids are concerned, barely paying their bills. So, you know, I am here for them because that's what a community does. I stand behind everybody in this community. Born and raised here, you know, and that's the last thing I want to do is see somebody like Norfolk come into my community, wipe it out, and just turn a blind eye. And last night, he did that. You know, I emailed him the second day of this happened. I woke up, couldn't sleep. I sent him an email, very passionate. It was kind of how I truly felt. It wasn't disrespectful. It was honest, from man to man. And he told me back. He promised he'd do whatever he could. I believed it, from man to man. And last night, he had a chance to show up in our community with our people.
Yeah.
There wasn't one arrest. Nobody got walked out.
Yeah.
You know,
There was tons of police here.
yes.
There was sheriff's department. There was local police department. There was everybody there. There was no one gonna get hurt.
I think in this situation,
No way.
you know, you got to be, if you're truly passionate about helping something that you know, did wrong, then you take every opportunity to show face and make it right.
Absolutely.
Well, the entire country has your back. Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter. And we're going to make this rail company or this EPA or Mayor Pete do the right thing by this community, because this cannot happen in the United States of America, and people have to be held to their word. And we're going to do that here. And we love you guys. And anything you need, let us know. Just talk to our producers.
Yeah, they need to come here. I don't want to interrupt you, but they need to come here. You know, we're not bad people. We're people. You know, a lot of people here are poor. They don't have a whole lot. It would be so refreshing for a big corporation to finally be held accountable and to finally do the right thing.
So it doesn't ever happen again, ever. It's not that hard to regulate a couple trains, I would imagine.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Stage is theirs.
It's all you. However you want to do it.
You heard him? Yeah. All right, Lenny, Mike, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. Stay strong.
Thank you, Jess. Appreciate you.